We don't know much about sniping except that A, it's probably the only special forces job where you get to lie down a lot, B, it's definitely the only special forces job where you get to dress as a hedge, and C, it's presumably very hard. But try telling that to video games, which regularly make the practice of shooting a tiny target from exceptionally far away look very simple, and do so by putting a bit in seemingly every game where your otherwise unassuming hero suddenly turns out to be a crack shot, often despite having no training or experience to speak of. Here are the times that being a deadly sniper was super easy, turns out. Beware spoilers for the following games.
Run for it!
Nathan Drake from the Uncharted series has many surprising skills, like having hair that looks like this without spending 3 hours in a salon. How does he do it? But that's nothing compared to the revelation that Nate, who has devoted his life to tracking down artifacts of historic interest, also boasts the kind of weaponry skills that would make the Terminator blush, assuming living tissue over a metal endoskeleton can do that. Drake's implausible talent for firearms is perhaps never more ridiculous than in this sniper mission from Uncharted 3's Chapter 8, which takes place shortly after Nathan demonstrates that he already knows his way around a scope, and is additionally a pro at astronomy.
I found it. Alright, now let's see if we can find that entrance. Should be directly below the North Star. There it is.
Well, that was easy, Nate. Must be a Capricorn. They're quick learners.
That's astrology.
What did I say? Nate's enemies don't take kindly to his stargazing, however, and are soon pummeling him and his mates with rockets, blocking their escape.
Keep moving!
At this point, it seems like the distant rocket-wielding enemies have found a winning strategy. And to be fair to them, why would they assume that Nate, with his passion for archaeology and total lack of military experience, would be able to snatch a discarded sniper rifle off the floor, find his mark, take the shot, then roll from standing out the path of a rocket-propelled grenade? And still the hair looks great. I guess sniping is a lot easier than it looks, because Nate doesn't even need to lie on his belly in a ghillie suit to easily dispatch a castle's worth of armed guards. Heck, old Nathan doesn't even need the scope, really. It's odd that none of Nate's friends remark on his incredible sniping skills, seeing as they are fairly remarkable. I mean, the dude doesn't even seem to be holding his breath, much less adjusting for the Coriolis effect, which, fun fact, is also the name of Nate's shampoo.
Alright guys, listen, this is the shot. I'm gonna do all the heavy lifting on this job, okay? Trevor, all I need you to do is fly me to the target. Franklin, you're gonna cover me from across the street. We're gonna make these assholes happy, and we're gonna walk away from this thing clean. Got it?
I got you.
We're not exactly experts in long-range warfare, unless you count DMing devastating burns to rival YouTube channels. Hey, PlayStation Access, PS1 sucks, Dreamcast forever.
Does anyone know whose number this is?
Direct hit. But we're pretty sure there are a few factors that can make sniping a target from a great distance quite a bit harder, like poor visibility, wind, or your target being inside a fast-moving helicopter. But these aren't obstacles to Franklin, the GTA 5 protagonist who begins the game with lower shooting stats than his criminal colleagues, but nevertheless is often called upon to perform marksmanship tasks of staggering difficulty, like shooting past his friends to hit enemies through glass in a distant skyscraper.
36 flow, I got you.
Holy crap, Franklin! Franklin's backstory makes it clear that he's no stranger to a life of crime, although doesn't make it clear what in that life taught him to shoot a moving helicopter out of the sky. Maybe it was a fluke? Lucky shot? I mean, I'd like to see Franklin make that shot twice. I repeat, holy crap, Franklin!
You're too late. Convoy's next stop is the fishery. The pirates are moving Oliver to a chopper there.
I've got to get a vantage point before that exchange happens.
Thanks to the proliferation of wilderness survival TV shows, most people now know the basic strategies to adapt and survive in even the most hostile terrain. Step 1, drink own urine. Step 2, not sure, I passed out after step 1. But spare a thought for Jason Brody, protagonist of Far Cry 3, a game which came out in 2012, when Bear Grylls' Wild Weekends had only been airing for one season, meaning Jason had very little wisdom to draw on when he was dropped into the savage jungle of the Rook Islands, his friends having been kidnapped by pirates.
What do we have here? Grant and Jason from California.
Jason is just a dude on a skydiving vacation with his thrill-seeking bros, more used to ripping a frosty beverage than he is at ripping out throats. Nevertheless, Jason proves pretty handy at this survival stuff, and is soon prowling his way through the Rook Island foliage like a panther with tribal tats. And while you never see him drink his own urine, I think it probably happens during the loading screens. But it starts to stretch credulity just a smidge when Jason proves not only adept at crouch walking through waist-high grass, but also bullseyeing a pirate from a quarter mile with a sniper rifle. And yet, exactly this happens when Jason sets out to free his pal Oliver from his pirate captors. Without the rifle scope, each enemy is little more than a pixel high, but this doesn't stop Jason, whose only target practice up to this point came during beer pong matches, from effortlessly doming a football team's worth of pirates, the absolute lad. Jason's surprising sniper skills turn this rescue into a total bloodbath, especially when the liberally sprinkled explosive barrels come into play. Such a massacre is never pretty, but it's worth it all to see dear Oliver safe and hear the sweet sound of his voice.
Hey! Thanks for saving me. Hey, nice tats, man.
Nice tats, man, to you too, Oliver. Nice tats, man, to you too.
If there's one thing you need to be in a zombie apocalypse, it's capable. And ideally not a zombie. Joel from The Last of Us is definitely a very capable non-zombie, what with his ability to fight and sneak his way through undead-infested America with his small pal Ellie. But while Joel's handy with a handgun, he's no trained soldier, instead having been a carpenter pre-outbreak and spending most of the post-apocalypse being a survivor of questionable repute. However, his marksmanship is put to the test when he, Ellie and new friends Henry and Sam are under attack from sniper fire.
Get out! Sniper.
With his survivor's instinct, he's able to make his way through enemy after enemy, easily taking out the sniper so that the others can get through safely. Oh, this is why you should never bring a knife to a gunfight. Now that Joel is the one with access to the mounted sniper rifle, the game suddenly expects you to be a top-class sniper, as it's revealed that the hunters you took out were far from the only ones. It's up to Joel to save all three of his friends from waves of angry oncoming enemies, including this Molotov-chucking jerk in an armoured car. Fortunately for you, Joel turns out to be a one-shot, one-kill machine. No need for headshots. If the reticule is anywhere on a hunter, they're going down for good, as if all the hunters have some kind of homing beacon for bullets built into their vital organs. This is especially useful for Joel's friends when they get pinned down by the infected and need to be saved, with Joel being confident enough in his abilities to take an extremely risky shot despite his zero military training.
Henry!
Thanks to Joel's sniping skills, you'll still have Henry and Sam to keep you company for the rest of your adventure. Actually, they die. Oh, okay. If you excuse me, I'm just gonna go ugly cry in that corner.
Elena, call in Super 35.
Not without air superiority. It's too big a risk. There's a monorail nearby you can use.
No, we're going by air.
I think I'll take the monorail.
You and your goddamn rights.
Vanquish was an innovative shooter that combined frantic combat with unique gameplay mechanics, where by unique gameplay mechanics we mean sliding on your butt for absolutely ages. But no game is above putting all its unique gameplay on pause for an obligatory sniper section, and if you thought Vanquish was an exception to this rule, well buddy, do we have the obligatory sniper section for you?
Okay, slow down the monorail so I can take clean shots.
It's already moving as slow as it can.
Said section occurs in Act 3, Mission 4 of Vanquish and sees hero Sam take a break from adrenalized gunplay to stand on a very slow-moving monorail and snipe at searchlights in order to remain hidden from view.
Nice shot, Sam.
You'd think all the searchlights going out in sequence would be the most suspicious thing of all, but how about this? It's not. With the monorail's sluggish pace, taking out these searchlights in plenty of time is a piece of cake, despite the enormous range Sam is forced to take them out from. The sudden appearance of an enemy ship does add some drama, or maybe it would if Sam wasn't able to slow down time to take the shot.
Enemy disabled.
Bearing in mind quite how straightforward this mission is, Sam receives an almost sarcastic amount of praise for disabling each searchlight.
Nice shot, Sam. Nice shot, Sam.
Yeah, nice shot, Sam. Now can we please get back to the butt sliding? That butt's not going to slide itself, you know. Believe me, I've tried.
Snake, are you okay?
Otacon, were there any other stealth prototypes?
No, there were only 5.
So, this isn't stealth camouflage then?
What are you talking about?
Someone's aiming at me in the middle of this blizzard.
It's her!
Solid Snake is admittedly very good at a lot of things. Hiding, leopard crawling, making you forget how weird the codename Solid Snake is. I mean, how would a, Solid Snake even move? Among Solid Snake's many skills is proficiency with just about every type of weapon and combat under the sun. But even he takes things a bit far in the game Metal Gear Solid when Snake is forced to do battle with Sniper Wolf, a long-range assassin who has done literally nothing but sniping her whole adult life and whose deadliness with a rifle is the stuff of legend.
Sniper Wolf is Foxhound's best sharpshooter. Everyone knows that women have more patience than men, but Sniper Wolf can go for a whole week with no sleep, no food, her sights never straying from her target. And on top of that, she takes diazepam so her hands never tremble.
And turns out those aren't even Sniper Wolf's most deadly techniques. Turns out she's also proficient in jogging back and forth in plain view. Must be deadlier than it sounds. Turns out it kind of isn't though, and Foxhound's best shooter, though a total badass, is sort of straightforward for Snake to defeat once he gets his mitts on a sniper rifle of his own. I mean, I don't know what kind of manoeuvres I was expecting from the world's greatest sniper, but it probably wasn't this. Snake has another showdown with Sniper Wolf later in the midst of an icy blizzard, where somehow her hiding skills have gotten even worse. Sniper Wolf, I don't know how well you think you're hidden there, but it's not well hidden. Maybe she's trying to collect all of my ammunition in her body so that I can't use it on her? I don't know, she's the expert. Everyone in the game agrees Sniper Wolf is an assassin of legendary skill and experience, so I guess what Snake learned here is that sniping is not so hard after all?
They call mercenaries like us dogs of war. It's true. We're all for sale at some price or another. But you're different. Untamed. Solitary. You're no dog. You're a wolf.
You're a snake. A solid one. No, I can't make that work. It just doesn't, it can't wiggle. So it can't, it's just staying maybe if he rolls around?
Anyone who's seen us play Breath of the Wild will know that we're pretty great at long-range combat in Zelda games.
This is just a ranging shot, so this is just to figure out the range. So if I miss, it's because it's just a ranging shot, so don't have a go at me. Okay, yeah, my ranging shot perfectly established the range. I need to go higher. Yeah, cool. Yeah, a little bit higher still. Yeah, good ranging shots. Shouldn't have moved the camera there. Forgot where my ranging shot is going.
Alright, fine, we're not. But to be fair, what could be trickier than trying to get a deadly headshot from half a click with a bow and arrow of all things? A weapon whose mastery requires two things we absolutely lack: many hours of practice and good upper body strength. But there is one of Link's adventures in which nailing bokoblins with a bow and arrow is positively effortless, once he gets his paws on a certain item that is, the Hawkeye, which lets you snipe targets with your bow from afar, and looks like something you'd wear to a masquerade ball if you wanted no one at the masquerade ball to talk to you all night. Link can use the Hawkeye at any time once he's got it, but it comes in especially handy during one Wild West-esque sequence, when clearing out an abandoned village that's become infested with bulblins. Or at least it was infested with bulblins until Link easily sniped them with arrows before he was even a visible speck on the horizon. No corner of the village is safe from Link's pixel-perfect sniping, which fires arrows that are seemingly unaffected by gravity and whose range is only limited by your console's draw distance. Makes you wonder why Link doesn't just make camp on Death Mountain, then snipe Ganondorf from 5 miles away. But don't bother asking Nintendo about it, they do not respond to letters on the subject.
Hello. Oh, hello. I see you there. Oh, you're so far away, but I can see you really easily because of this helpful sniper mission, which has a nice telescopic lens, and I can see you. Hi. Hi. Oh, you didn't think I could. Your hair's looking lovely today. I'm just saying that. What other sniper missions can you think of where you were just playing another game entirely, and then suddenly, oh, I'm amazing sniper person. Let us know in the comments down below. That's the noise the snipers make. Not the gun, the snipers. And let us know in the comments down below. And thank you for getting to the end of the video. That's much appreciated. We put a lot of work into our videos. We also, shh. We put a lot of work into some other videos on the channel. Show of the weekend here on Outside Extra. We sit on a sofa, we talk rubbish about video games for half an hour. It's fun. And over on Outside Xbox, they have Show of the Week, which they have just started going live. Maybe you can catch it live on a Wednesday, or it's available on the channel after that. Learn about things we think about current and upcoming video games. Woo! Subscribe.